WWE superstar Becky Lynch recently opened up about her plans in the promotion. Today, Big Time Bex is one of the biggest stars on the roster and was part of the historic WrestleMania main event that featured female superstars for the first time. Her ambitions have only grown since then, and now she wants to lift the entire women's division of the company. WWE UK sent us a transcript from a recent interview in which Becky Lynch spoke at length about her ambitions. The Raw Women's Champion said she wants to be in the main event of WrestleMania once again. Additionally, she wants to be a part of incredible storylines that will help elevate the entire women's roster. An adamant Lynch wants to work better matches and promos than those she has delivered within the past. She is hopeful of making the business better and wishes to use her future accomplishments for everyone's growth. That's a tough one. You know, I don't know without forcing myself if there's anything else I really have that dream goal of achieving, said Becky Lynch. Obviously, I want to main event WrestleMania again. Obviously, I want to fight all of these people, but I think there's something freeing and not being tied to this goal is either going to make me or break me. I feel like I accomplished all those things that I've wanted to accomplish. But now I've accomplished them, and I felt that feeling. I want to stay there and I want to bring everybody up there and maybe being Big Time Bex. I want the women's roster to continue to thrive. I want the show to be awesome. I want to have great matches. I want to have better matches than I've had. I want to have better promos than I've had. I want the stories to be brilliant and unmissable, and I just want the business to be great and I want to help make it great, said Lynch. Becky Lynch is now preparing for her title match against Doudrop. On Saturday, both superstars are scheduled to face each other for the Raw Women's Championship at WWE Royal Rumble 2022. Lynch is confident about retaining her title to assert her dominance further. Big Time Bex competed against Ronda Rousey and Charlotte Flair in a winners-take-all match in the main event of WrestleMania 35. She defeated both her opponents to become Becky Two Belts, winning the Raw and SmackDown Women's Championships to cement her legacy on a historic night. There were recent reports about WWE's plans to bring back Rousey potentially for the Royal Rumble match. Lynch addressed the rumors on Twitter and said she was wondering when the baddest woman on the planet would show up again. Could we see Becky Lynch and Ronda Rousey engage in another brutal title feud this year? Nia Jax recently posted a heartfelt message on Instagram and thanked all WWE fans for their support throughout her 7-year journey in the company. The former Raw Women's Champion shared a fan-made video of the best moments from her WWE career. The 2-minute clip was accompanied by a big message for her supporters, as Nia felt she didn't get the opportunity to thank them before being released in November. It doesn't matter if you booed or cheered for Nia Jax, the superstar is forever indebted to the WWE Universe as she experienced many highs as a pro wrestling superstar. She signed off by teasing a possible return. Here is what she said. I didn't get a chance to thank all of the amazing fans of the WWE Universe. That's the only thing I wish I was able to do before I left. I have amazing memories and accomplishments I never thought I would have completed. I'm forever grateful for the fans who cheered me along the way and the ones who loved to boo me as well. It was a remarkable journey in several ways. You never know when I'll pop up again. I have so much gratitude for all of you. #thank you, wrote Jax. Nia Jax has been vocal about her plans following her surprising WWE release at the end of 2021. Now going by her real name Lena Fanian, the popular star recently even hinted that a wrestling comeback seems highly unlikely for her as she intends on starting a new business. However, the never say never adage is always prevalent in professional wrestling, and the possibility of Jax's return just can't be ruled out. The former Raw star's latest comments could get even more traction considering the upcoming Women's Royal Rumble match and WWE's recent additions. Nia Jax seems really happy being away from the squared circle, and we wish her nothing but the best for all her endeavors. Do you see WWE getting Jax back for another run? Share your views in the comments section below. Roman Reigns recently spoke candidly about no longer hanging out with former stablemate Jon Moxley. Roman Reigns and Jon Moxley were once inseparable. The duo, along with Seth Rollins, debuted and gained fame as The Shield in WWE. Today, Reigns is the most despised heel in the company, while Mox is a top babyface in All Elite Wrestling. Reigns spoke about his relationship with Moxley during his latest appearance on the C Media podcast. The Tribal Chief recalled always hanging out with Moxley and being super tight with him. He finished off on a sad note, stating that the two don't hang out for beer anymore. Mox was actually, he'll probably actually tell you too. Me and him were like super tight within the Shield and maybe even a little bit closer. They may have been like super bonded through wrestling and what they have done in FCW and prior to WWE. But when it comes to just like whether we were wrestlers or not, me and Mox, we're friends, you know what I mean. Like we're the kind that can just hang out and have a beer. Well, I guess not anymore, said Reigns. Roman Reigns and Moxley have opened up about their relationship on various occasions in the past. The two have had nothing but praise for each other. Reigns did take a slight jibe at Moxley once for leaving WWE and joining All Elite Wrestling. Well, I guess Ambrose or Moxley really SCU'd that up. didn't he? He messed around and just left us. I don't think the Shield will ever be recreated or brought back. That's not just a situation because Mox went to AEW. It's just, we were so good. Honestly, I think we did the reunion thing a little too much the last 3 years ago or whatever it was. Reigns said. Reigns and Moxley are two of the biggest wrestlers in their respective wrestling promotions. It's evident that both men have incredibly hectic schedules. Additionally, now that they're both working for different companies, it must not be easy for them to hang out like they used to. Roman Reigns has hinted that he would mention Jon Moxley on WWE TV if needed. The Universal Champion commented on Seth Rollins name-dropping the AEW star on SmackDown last week. WWE has made very few references to AEW since the promotion started. The official line from the company is that Tony Khan's promotion isn't seen as a rival. However, Rollins stunned the audience last week when he named Moxley in his promo. Roman Reigns was happy to hear the name mentioned and told C Media Podcast that he would not shy away from his history despite Moxley not working for WWE anymore. He said, "I never shy away from my history. Those two are my brothers." Mox sat there. "I mean, we've done, achieved, gone through the highs and lows, the ebbs and flows of it all. So that'll never change anything. I'll always have a deep love and respect for both of those guys." Rollins was the one who cut the promo on SmackDown last week and mentioned Moxley without any hesitation. While speaking with Alex McCarthy of TalkSport, the former WWE champion claimed he was not going to ignore their history and said, "It's just an Easter egg, I think, for some of the fans that have enjoyed and stuck around, followed us for years and stuff like that. It would be very easy to tell the story of the tribal chief versus the visionary. That's a simple story and obvious for those who watch on a weekly basis, but if you follow the industry and you pay attention and you know where we came from, you know there was a third guy in the mix. I'm not going to sit here and ignore that history. I'm going to bring that up because I think that's important. And I think people who care about that appreciate it. It's one of those things where it was on the tip of my tongue. It made sense, so it came." Seth Rollins will take on Roman Reigns for the Universal Championship this Saturday at the Royal Rumble. Roman Reigns recently revealed his reaction if Vince McMahon asks him to drop the WWE Universal Championship. The tribal chief broke Brock Lesnar's record to become the longest reigning Universal Champion in WWE history earlier this month. He has enjoyed a dominant run with the title so far that has seen him become one of the biggest heels in professional wrestling. Roman Reigns was asked what he would do if Vince McMahon asked him to drop the Universal Championship during his recent appearance on the C Media Podcast with Jimmy Traina. He addressed the hypothetical situation and revealed if he would campaign to keep the gold. Here's what he had to say: "It's hard to just speculate on that. I would have to be in that situation to truly know where I was. I would have to be able to see all the different variables and be able to see the chain reaction and how it would affect everything. That's such a tricky question. I wouldn't know how to honestly explain what my mindset would be. I am the man. Yeah, he better listen, you know what I am saying. He better acknowledge me, you know, who else is there, right?" Reigns would consider the consequences of dropping the title, but he is confident about having an input into the decision. At WWE Royal Rumble 2022, Roman Reigns will defend the Universal Championship against Seth Rollins. The two superstars have locked horns in title bouts on multiple occasions in the past. However, the Architect has come away with the win on each of those occasions. Reigns will look to change that narrative by successfully defending the strap against his former ally. It would be a challenging task this time as he would have no external help. With the Usos barred from ringside and Paul Heyman no longer in his corner, the tribal chief has his task cut out for him. It will be interesting to see how the two top heels are booked in the title match at the Royal Rumble. Do you think Roman Reigns will successfully retain the Universal Championship at Royal Rumble 2022? Let us know in the comments section below.